you all. Thank you. They're announcing this from the announcer stand over here.
Kevin, thank you. What a special treat.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Jeffrey, it's your mom. I'm flying over Balloon Fiesta Park. You're the burner. I'm flying with Kevin Knapp, and he has the Wounded Warrior Project balloon, and we have just lifted off. So I hope your flight goes well today, and I love you.
I've been over the years is a professional corporate balloon pilot. This balloon and its other life is the Army balloon. It's my personal balloon, which I fly as a public service to help bring the Army to communities across the nation where there may or may not be Army bases, but it helps family members who have service members deployed feel closer to them. It helps people who may be deciding, am I going to join or not, when they hear my story, help their decision. It also helps people who have been in the service remember that pride in what they did and start telling their stories again. And the more people that hear, the more people that are listening. The last 5 years, I was the corporate pilot for Mayflower Moving Company. I took their balloon around 250, 300 days a year to festivals, home shows, golf tournaments across the country to promote Mayflower. They canceled their program in December, and my friends Kay and Tim Richmond, locals from here in Albuquerque, have always been part of Fiesta through their business as owners of the Howard Johnson's Express North. They sold that 2 years ago, still wanted to be part of Fiesta. We're trying to find a way, how can we do something that we can make a difference? Collectively, we put our heads together and contacted the Wounded Warrior Project. They gave us permission to use their logo, and that's what we're doing. And the unique part about this is it's a big billboard, and it's a great media draw. We're spinning because we're descending. The shape of the balloon is smaller at the bottom than it is at top, and as we're descending faster, then we start spinning. Anyway, we wanted to figure out a way that we can do something that would make a difference, and supporting the Wounded Warrior Project, we thought would make the biggest difference. We could say share our message the loudest through putting the banner on the balloon. Traditional banners on balloon are 16 by 24 or 16 by 30 feet. This is 16 by 60 feet across. Most balloons aren't set up to carry a banner this big. Mine is because it normally carries the Army banner, which happens to be the same size. Because it's an all black balloon, it fits perfect with the Wounded Warrior Project logo. And the neat part about this is people come look for us. They've heard our message through local TV. They've heard our message through friends. You need to come out and see it, or they have service members deployed, or they have family members who've been injured. And again, it makes them feel closer to the organization that's supporting them. When we land, people will follow us.
It's pretty amazing. The big difference in this conflict compared to other conflicts. The biggest difference between this conflict and other conflicts that we've had, in Vietnam, for every death that occurred, 1.5 servicemen and women were injured. In this conflict in Iraq and Afghanistan, for every death, we have 7.5. So the number of injured returning from this is huge. And we have to step up as Americans. Our government can only do so much. But Wounded Warrior Project is a national organization out of Jacksonville, Florida. and they help all our returning warriors. A lot of people say, well, I only give to my local community, nonprofit. Wounded Warrior Project was started in 2002 by a gentleman by the name of John Malia. Was injured in 1992 in Somalia in a helicopter crash, and he knew what it was like to be in a hospital and not have much, and so he started in his basement putting backpacks together, and he put backpacks together and took them to different military trauma hospitals, and in them they had everything from underwear to socks, shorts, t-shirts, that type of thing. As of today, Wounded Warrior Project has given out over 18,000 backpacks to our severely injured troops returning from Iraq and Afghanistan. And Kevin Knapp and myself are two people, just two regular Americans, who are proud supporters of the Wounded Warrior Project. And what we are trying to do is raise awareness and money for our returning wounded warriors from Iraq and Afghanistan.
And their families.
And their families, that's exactly right. It affects the entire family when someone is injured. And so Wounded Warrior Project has a total of 8 different programs that they run, everything from an advocacy program to an alumni program to these backpacks we were telling you about. And they have given out, as I said, over 18,000 of these backpacks. And it's one thing to be healed up by our government and sent home, and it's another thing to live again. And that's what Wounded Warrior Project helps through, like adaptive sports programs where they get these young men and women who are learning to ride a bike again through Soldier Ride, or to ski, or to hunt, or whatever they want to do, whatever their sport was. They just have to learn to do it differently. But anyway, we're lucky.
There's nobody else around us.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing, and we're just two Americans who have taken on a cause, and we are helping as proud supporters. I run a group called Ooh La La Christmas, and what we do is we raise money through having a big kickoff night. This year we're having it with Gary Sinise and the Lieutenant Dan Band, and then we have a big Christmas home tour. Our goal last year was $25,000, and in 9 months we raised $386,000. And Kevin is traveling the country with the Wounded Warrior Project Proud Supporter Balloon, trying to get people to be aware of what's going on and how we can help. So that's our story.
There we go. Got a balloon. There he is.
Kevin, tell us where we are today.
All right, today we're over Albuquerque, the greater part of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Right now we're close to Rio Rancho, on the west side of the Rio Grande River. Flying in the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, one of 500 balloons registered to fly. It's a beautiful place to fly. The sky's filled with a kaleidoscope of colors, some different shaped balloons. You see a stork carrying a baby out in front of us. Local balloonist, Dr. Steve Comedia.
This is Chase. You still think you're going to be on the other side of the river?
Copy.
Coming back this way towards Alameda a ways before you drop down?
I'm starting to descend now, and when I descend, I'll start coming back that way.
10-4, we'll be on the other side waiting for you.
Thank you. It's win-win for everybody.
It is totally win-win. And what we're doing is we're taking this throughout the country as far as the whole la la. Right. And so that's why, since we understand balloons where a lot of places don't.
Sure.
That's Smokey the Bear.